Hello, hello, hello. This is Skills Galore coming at you live and direct with another stream. This is Monday Night Stream Talk. Welcome to the Skills
Yo,
Galore experience. Hey, Fuji just dropped in, and you know it's about to get real. It is about to
why
get
I gotta
real.
be the troublemaker? I don't
We don't
understand
know
why
why.
I got that
We don't know.
label.
We don't know why. That's what we're trying to figure out.
What? I'm trying to figure it out too. Hold on. Hold on, hold on. Hold
Hold
on.
on, hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on.
Hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on. So
Don't be
why do I have
alarmed,
that
we're
label?
Negroes.
Why does ST not have that label?
Oh, he has another label, but we can't say it on stream because it might be
Oh my
too
god.
derogatory, and I might lose followers if I tell you what I really feel about him. Exactly.
What thought?
Alrighty then, and for those of you who are watching from STS's channel, we've now established that he's the thought. So
See, she just speaks her mind. That's
I
all
got,
she does.
and that's what we need tonight. That's exactly what we need tonight.
Yes.
All right, welcome
Ain't
to
no
the Skills Galore
troublemaker.
experience. Tonight is Monday Night Stream Talk. We did a pilot 2 weeks ago, and we got some positive feedback on it, and we're going to do it again tonight. And in honor of Women Histories Month, we have a panel full of ladies from various backgrounds, from various walks of life, to expound on Women's History Month. And panel, please introduce yourself. Whoever wants to talk first, go on ahead. While I send up my Warno right quick.
Hey, this is
Oh,
Southern
speak of the
Girl
devil.
335.
It's J Dog.
Next.
Fuji.
Hello?
And thanks for that, host Fuji.
We're your new neighbors.
And the other female on our panel,
Don't
STS.
be alarmed, we're Negroes.
Can you hear me?
Yes,
Yeah.
ma'am. I mean, yes, sir.
Yes, I'm in. Shut up.
Welcome.
No. Excuse. I
I'm-
can't do the front gate, right?
I'm
Can't do the front gate. Listen. So I can't
Alright.
do the front gate, right? And you know, have you ever seen the mechanic gloves?
like the Nomax
Yeah.
gloves.
No, like the mechanic gloves.
In real
like
life.
Mechanics. Yeah.
The black and white ones, or the ones that actually say mechanics on them.
Yeah, they say like mechanics on them.
Okay, yeah, I know what you're talking about.
So do you know that they make like a coyote brown pair?
No, I did not.
They look just like MC Skull gloves or Skull MC gloves. So I went through the gate and the sentry is staring at me and I'm staring back at him. Right, we had like this awkward silence moment. It was awesome. But he he's like just staring at me. He's like, "So you gonna give me ID?" And I'm like, "Yeah, but do you play the division?" He like looked at me like I was
Wow,
fucking-
wow,
I was
wow.
crazy. He looked at me like I was crazy, and I was like, "No, seriously, like, do you play the division?" He's like, "No." I was like, "Do you even know what that is?" And he's like,
Clearly not.
"No." I'm like,
Wow.
"Dude, like, your mechanics gloves look so like Scar MC gloves. I'm telling you, I was about to like ask you. So you in the high end bills, huh?" He
You,
just was like,
you would be the one.
He's just staring at me like I'm fucking crazy. I'm like, never mind. Just give me ID so I know.
I'm glad you got that off your chest. You good now? You want to introduce yourself? Since we are streaming right now. You want to introduce yourself since you on the panel?
Alright, so it's your boy STS40. We in here. I just took an L tonight, but it's okay.
Miss Benita, thank you so much for that host. All those who are watching from Mrs. Benita's stream, welcome to the Skills Galore experience. And we got Miss Benita shouted out. Thank you for that, Southern Girl 335. And once again, I am the SKILLZ at the end, and we're coming at you live and direct with Monday Night Stream Talk. And tonight we're going to be talking about women in history, since March is the official Women's History Month, and not too long ago was International Women's Day. So the game we're playing tonight is Horizon Zero Dawn. It's female led. I don't know the
Hello?
a Taste of Lady Q.
Neighbors. Don't be alarmed, we're
Oh, shit.
Negroes.
Don't be alarmed, we're Negroes, and yes, we are Negroes on this stream. Welcome from A Taste of Lady Q's stream. Hopefully she had a good stream. Hopefully she got a win in. And we also have a special guest in here, Marco the Don. He's always enhancing the panel. Introduce yourself, please, sir.
What's going on, Marco? Just chilling. Listen to what they got going on.
Chilling, chilling,
Oh
chilling.
my god, you sound like a cooler version of Birdman.
Wow. Wow. And on that note, we're going to start the tutorial for the game.
Yo, what the hell?
Oh my god. Alright, we're going to turn the subtitles off and we're playing Horizon Zero Dawn, and we're going to let the backdrop fall as people come in. If you're in the chat, introduce yourself. My panel is made up of Fuji, Southern Girl 335, J Dog, Marco the Don, and our special guest female STS40.
Shut up. It's your boy.
Alright, and this is my first time playing this
my
game.
God. Oh shit! Oh shit!
And the stream has officially started.
Here you go.
Because Fuji is in the shit. Alright. This game looks effing awesome. Alright, and while that's playing in the... While that's oh my god. While that's playing in the background, let me shout out everybody in the chat. A Taste Lady Q, Mystical Gamer, Miss Benita. Thank you for that host. And we're going to go in tonight. Horizon Zero Dawn is looking beautiful in the background. We'll get an in-depth walkthrough Tuesday morning. But like I said, we're focusing on Women's History Month. Does anybody have any opening statements as far as Women's History Month is concerned? Anything to add before we start diving into this thing?
Well, I like to start it off.
By all means, ma'am.
Be careful, STS. Be careful.
I'm gonna be good.
Okay.
I promise. No, as y'all all know, if you don't, well, you're about to find out. Me and Skills are in the military. And Southern Girl, and Southern Girl. And I like to start off by targeting the importance of women being able to serve in the military to free up spots. And I believe that happened in World War II. It started when women were eligible to enlist into active duty service to free up spots for men to go fight in war. I think that might have started around Harvard time too.
Okay.
It is one thing to hunt a beast.
So what do you guys think about women serving in the military?
Alrighty then. Well, let's jump right into it.
Well, I've served since I was 17, and I think this opened up a great opportunity for me to gain my education, to further myself, to gain leadership skills that I'm pretty sure I wouldn't have gained from any other aspect or any other walk of life. I'm sure others can agree or disagree with that if you please, but for me, serving in the military isn't much more than just shooting guns or whatever. Like, it's just, it opened up so much more for me. So, and I think it opened up a lot for not just for men to go and do what they need to do, but also gave our nation a whole nother spin on the strength of the women. You know, not only can we hold it down at home, but we can serve in other capacities too.
Have not 6 months gone by since we entrusted her to...
All right. Anyone else? Anyone else on the panel before I take it to the chat?
What was the question?
I totally agree with that. And I also like to defend because it's a current issue that we're dealing with in the military. I'm not 100% sure about the Army. Y'all be able to speak more on that. But as far as that, I can definitely speak to the Marines. Speak on the behalf of the Marines. Not all, just what I've experienced in my time, my 9 years of active duty service so far. But women in combat roles. I wholeheartedly believe women can serve a huge purpose or make huge contributions to the military and combat roles. A lot of people, and I mean a lot of people in the Marine Corps, do not agree with that statement. They do not agree women should be in combat-oriented MOSs. To an extent, I can see how that can be a hamper, but I can also see how it can help more than it would hurt or degrade or severely hinder a unit's combat readiness.
Okay.
I think the women, because we all, they just all opened it up to the infantry roles and the combat arms roles, and the women that really want it, they're gonna really drive for it. Now, I'm gonna tell you the truth. I'm not that woman.
Me either.
I am perfectly okay with being combat service support. You know, I am HR all the way. I will support you when you get back, when you go, you know, while you're there, all day long, but I am not the one on the front line for you. And that is the truth. But I commend those that do, because there are some just as tough, ready to go, ready to rock, ready to go, you know, hold nothing back, and I commend them for that. And I think
They're crazy.
Hey, Fuji. I've seen some girls that will fucking whip some of the hardest dudes that I know ass. Like, it be the funny thing about it is the guys that I encounter that have the biggest like shit to get off their chest about girls in infantry roles, they're the ones that would get their fucking ass kicked. It's so funny. It's like,
what the fuck?
Well, damn, Fuji. Jesus.
I don't know where I got shot from.
STS shot you.
Really? It's like you talk so much shit about women in combat roles, but I know a chick right now that I can go find that'll beat your ass in ground fighting.
Yeah.
Jay, you got anything else to add?
I'm not debating that. I'm just saying, fuck that. I ain't fighting for no bullshit. Yeah, everybody be fighting over some dumb shit nowadays. I ain't fighting no war for none of these gay ass fucking countries. I'm good.
Wow.
Yeah,
I don't know whether or not I should be offended or not.
Yeah, you should be offended for joining the military.
Alrighty then. Marco, you have anything to add as far as women in combat?
No, well, no. Out of everybody in here, a couple of you guys probably know what I'm sure you do still, and maybe Southern Girl know that. I retired in 2008. 20 years in the Army, so I'm retired Marine Corps. So I encountered some ladies in the Army, in the military. Like I said, some of the toughest people that I've encountered in the military have been the females. I think because they always had something to do with everybody that look down on them. You know, they can't do this, they can't do that. So of course they're gonna come out. They're gonna do, you know, 110%, well, 100% more than the guys do. So I have no problem with women in the military. I never did. Now, of course, you know that people say they're lazy, whatever, but it's a bunch of lazy dudes up in there too.
There's even more. There's even more.
Yeah, they worse with the guys. But you know, I commended the young ladies that come into the military, and when I meet young ladies, especially African American ladies, girls nowadays, I would tell them to join the military if they kind of apprehensive about going to college. But don't join the Marines. Nothing against the Marines. And I always tell them to go for the Air Force first, and maybe the Navy, and then the Army and Marines last.
I was gonna go to the Navy, then my recruiter scared my Marine recruiter scared the Navy recruiter off. He told him to go kick rocks.
Oh wow.
It was about the op tempo, you know. So it's about the op tempo, you know. So
yeah.
And all the ladies that's been in the military. Southern girls, a captain. What are you, a captain? Southern girl?
Yeah, I'm a captain.
Yeah. So you know, I got much love for you guys.
Hey, Marco, to add. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Southern girl.
Oh, I'm sorry. Fuji just said her mama was in the military. Told me some crazy stories, like they administered a shot with a gun, a shotgun. It's not a shotgun, but they have that little gun to make it go faster. When you join basic, usually
Yeah.
Did that in 1988, when I joined the Army at 17, they were giving the shots in the arm with the gun.
Yep, I know what you're talking about. Yeah, we got those in basic training too. But like
real quick.
Yeah, to support what you were saying, Marco. Some of the best Marines that I've gotten the honor to serve with have been females, and I think the reason why what makes your statement that you just said so valid is because if you look at the ratio of women to men in the military, it's like 10-1. It's staggering. It's staggering. So when you look at that, everything that they do, whether it's good or bad, is magnified because it's so few of them.
Yeah, you're true. Yeah, that's right. Now, when I was a drill sergeant from basic training from 02 to 05, and in the summertime we always got the college student that come from RTC. They come down, you'd be co-ed, but the smartest when we go to the BRM, basic rifle marksmanship, the ones that always did the best were the females. I'm gonna say female, but the young ladies, because they paid attention. You know, guys go in there. I can do this because I hunted with my father, my brother. We hunt this, that, and other. And then when they get the ladies in there, they did excellent because they paid attention and they were on point when it came to their basic rifle marksmanship. So
I know when I went to basic and my drill sergeant finally showed me what I was looking at, there was nothing that could stop me. I loved BRM. That was my favorite part. Still is to this day.
Well, now we know to keep a weapon out of Southern Girl 335 hand when she's mad. So.
I got about 8 laying around the house right now. You'll never know.
Wow.
Are you still in the military, Southern Girl?
I am.
Oh, okay.
Jay, do you have anything else to add?
I'm not military anything, so I know nothing about military. I just know about females in general in the workplace. If y'all want to go that route.
Go ahead and talk. It's the same thing anyway. Because when you're in the military, you got a job just like a civilian do. You're only doing it for the government. So go ahead and express yourself.
I got a lot to talk about that too.
Skills know that y'all may not know. I'm an engineer. I've worked as an engineer, and that's mostly a male-dominant field. And I've had a lot of issues with men not knowing a woman can do the same job as they can in that field, and you got to work even harder to let them know that you can do the same job even better than they can, you know. And it's just frustrating to know that you gotta get underpaid, you gotta work harder, you gotta do more, you gotta do all these things just to prove yourself.
Yeah, I can see that, and there's a big difference. I think you can see the same thing in the military too. Male can, I remember going to my commander and telling him something, and he literally had to turn to my XO to confirm who was a male, you know, and I was like, well,
exactly.
I just said the same thing. But okay, you feel more comfortable hearing it from him. Okay, my pay didn't change because you needed that extra reassurance. Go ahead, you know.
Oh my God, that's so sad that it's that way because, like, as a society, we still do it. It's not as bad as it used to be, like back in the early 1900s and stuff like that. But as a society, we are fucking terrible at making women seem dependent upon men, when indeed they're not. If they're just as smart, if not smarter. Because if you look at like educational studies and stuff, if you look at like the early on childhood. It's been proven time and time again, and it's kind of like common knowledge. Everyone knows that women mature, their brains mature faster than males at young ages. Everyone knows that. And I think that's why, that's kind of like why that wife's tale is out there where young girls prefer older guys, because they prefer older guys because they feel as though that older guy is on their maturity level. They can relate to them more. They can have an intelligent conversation with them, and not with some 15, 16-year-old fucking kid who just wants to bust a nut. Sorry, Skills.
But that's not a wild tale. That's a fact.
This is true. This is true.
Yeah, so like, the fact that, you know, with women like back then and kind of still today are viewed as so dependent, and that's the reason why, like us as a society, we breed life into that shit, and it that's the reason why the majority of these fields like engineering, J-Dog, and a plethora of other fields are so male dominant, because we view women as that runner-up, that, oh, I'm gonna lose my masculinity, or my ego is gonna take a shot, or my pride is gonna get hurt if my spouse or my girlfriend or something like that is making more money than me or has more resources than I do. Fuck no, like I was saying earlier, dude, I would love to be a sugar daddy or have a sugar mama.
Oh my god.
All right. Pump your damn brakes. You always trying to put your damn self out there. Don't nobody want you. Damn. Stay on topic. Jesus, man.
I mean, but
let me
ST
stay home and put it down when you get out of work.
made a interesting comment though about how men would feel like they would lose their masculinity or something like that. And I feel like a big part of that is because they don't really know what masculinity is. They let like pop culture and shit they see on TV define what that is for them nowadays, instead of actually seeing it when they're raised up, like in a family. Like we don't really have families together anymore. I feel like that plays a big role in it.
Like even in the views that between my husband and myself, the way that we were both raised, I was raised in a military family. So my mom worked, my dad worked, and they did it together. Like everything they did, they still do together. And he grew up where his dad worked, came home, sat down, and that was it. His mom worked, came home, cooked, cleaned, took care of the kids, you know, mowed the lawn, whatever she had to do, that's what she did, and that's what he grew up seeing. So when the roles in our house shifted, he was like, it caused a lot of friction between us, because there was just some things that just was not going to happen for me. I can't come home and cook, and you know, you're coming home, we're both working the same hours, and you expect me to do the same thing. No, I'm not your mom, you know.
We need to take turns. Fuck all that.
Right,
Yeah.
exactly.
Okay. So, on that, what I feel about women being in the military, I think from inception, I think that women should have been able to fight in combat from day one. I don't think that one life is valued more than the other, and I don't think that a woman's life is more precious than a male's life. I think it should be an equal playing field. And as far as them in the military as it translates today, I think that all the standards should be equal. It should be the same. Nothing should be skewed, so then that way it would be no room to justify why women's standards are lower than male standards. If you make the cut, you should be able to take the job, and that's my feeling. And I don't subscribe to, but because I'm a woman, I can't do as much or as many as a man can. I don't subscribe. I don't think you can say that in the same breath and then say you're fighting for equal footing in the workplace. If you can't do what the standard requires, you shouldn't have that job. And I think,
are you referring to the PT test?
I'm referring to the PT test. I'm talking about educational standards, everything across the board.
All those standards are based off a man, especially a white man anyway.
That too. And I think if they mitigate that by just making it leveled across the board, I think
They won't.
Yeah, I mean, obviously they won't, but unfortunately, that's just the society that we live in.
Men and women are different, physically, physiologically, and psychologically. We all different.
It's the society we live in.
You can't.
But a man is naturally stronger than a woman when it comes to certain aspects.
Yeah,
That's true.
That's genetics.
And vice versa.
Okay. Do the women on the panel agree with that statement?
Men, yeah, I agree, and vice versa. Women are physically stronger than men in certain aspects too.
Name one.
Just because of how the body is built. I mean,
Okay, childbirth and what else?
we're better at squats.
No, you look better doing squats. There's a difference.
No. We are biologically like built better to do squats because we have wider hips.
Amen. Let's just leave it at that. All right, I'm gonna shift it to the chat. Does anybody in the chat have anything to add as far as women being in the military and if not, we can move on to the next phase and to the next question.
I like A Kid's comment. She said men are physically stronger and men are mentally slower.
Oh, what the hell?
But I think women have a mental strength that men don't have. Like there's some things that we can handle that men just can't. Like we can multitask in ways that men can't.
Oh yeah.
Studies have been shown to prove that. Yeah.
I agree with that so much.
I don't think she meant like and slow. I think she just meant like yeah.
Oh,
I think it's fast.
I can have a conversation for hours, like hours on end, talking about just fucking random shit. But I have to be actively engaged. Like I have to be actively engaged. I have to be actively speaking. I have to be actively listening. A woman can have a conversation for hours and be thinking about something totally fucking different, and you think she's actually engaged in the conversation with you, but she's not. But she can have a conversation with you without even thinking about it and be thinking about something totally different. Like it's fucking crazy.
So you're saying you got ignored before?
Oh, plenty of times.
We know. Every goddamn day in the chat.
How do you think I got so good at talking?
Alrighty then.
Now, that doesn't mean that men can't do it though. It just means I think we as women have this strength in that area because everything is connected. The job, the kids, the house, the car, walking the dog, everything is connected. The money, everything. And we're constantly thinking and evolving in our thoughts. That's just me.
If you would do me a favor and look at our viewers list, I don't want anybody to be stagnant in here and think that they can't add to the conversation, even though we are talking about a specific thing right now. Please feel free to jump in, and my moderator will catch your statement and read it out loud. But if that's it, what's going on, Lucid Dreams? If that's it and nobody else has anything to add about women in the military, we'll move on. So let's get to the heart of the discussion. Is it important for us to reflect and recognize Women's History Month? What is the value in that? Speaking of, Fuji, would you like to add to that?
What was the question?
Is it important for us to reflect and explore Women's History Month as a society, or should there be one at all?
I'm like the wrong person to ask because I really don't care if they do it or not.
Ooh, and why is that?
Because that's not going to change anything in any way.
I don't care. I just finally.
What did Black History Month do for us?
It raises awareness.
It didn't change a damn thing.
An observance. I'm trying to find the correct words to use and stuff, but an observance is not gonna change people's minds. It's not gonna change anything. It takes people to recognize it and willingly want to change based on the facts and the resources and the rights that they have now in order to change stuff. The same thing with like Women's History Month, like a big thing, honestly. I know we keep reverting back to the military, but to be honest with you, that's all the experience I have. The stats are staggering in the military because of the ratio. I'll go back to the ratio again of men and women in the military, the 10 to 1. The results are staggering, but they're not realistic as far as when you compare them to civilian statistics. But like discrimination and sexual harassment, that is an observance that is it's included in Women's History Month. How that has been raised to the people's eyes to make them aware of, hey, this stuff occurs in the workplace, discrimination, you know, based on gender and sexual harassment. You know, some men, mainly men of power, think they can do whatever they want just because they're in a position of power to women, and in some cases they can. It's sad. Some cases they can because some women, hey, they might be a single mother, or they might be, you know, this is the only job that they can get because they're supporting someone else where they can't like leave and go actively get their own type of education and pursue something that they actually want to do. They're stuck in a dead-end job because of their situation. So they have to put up with that discrimination or put up with that sexual harassment that Dick Boss is giving to them or putting them through just because of the situation. That has been raised to people's eyes, and people are being more aware of it, and women are having the backing of good men to fight against, you know, assholes like that. So it plays a huge purpose. It really does. It takes a group of people, not one person, to make a change. I mean, I'm pretty sure everybody's heard that saying, it takes a village to raise a child. If I'm saying that saying wrong, please correct me. But it's the same thing. Like, that term can be applied to so many things. Like, not just a village. It takes a village to raise a child. You just take that metaphor and just apply it to so many other things.
Gather its berries in your
I agree. I would say also it's a thing like lest we forget. So we have these different months. It's not just Black History Month. We have Black History Month, Women's Month, Hispanic History Month, Asian Pacific Islander History Month. They're just not as recognized as the other ones. But these are the things that we say lest we forget, because there was a time where it wasn't recognized and people have been oppressed by outside. I had someone ask me, well, why don't we have Male History Month or Men History Month or White History Month? Because your history is everywhere. It is engraved in everything that we do. But these things, these nuggets get pushed to the back burner. Those that did make a stride, and those that did push for rights to be passed and everything else like that. Most people don't recognize that a lot of the Black history, that a lot of the Civil Rights Act legislation that went forth was also legislation that was also pushed for women. And so it is AP, you are cracking me up. The colonizers, man.
Don't touch me, colonizer.
Oh man. But it's important for us to recognize it, to me, just so that we won't forget, so our children won't forget. Like, I have a responsibility for my son to know the strength of a woman, so he'll go and respect a woman the way she should be respected.
I agree with that. I agree with that. But do we need to have a month to recognize that, or is that on the parents to instill that in the child?
That is true. That is true. It is on the parents to instill that in the child. But when parents are not doing that, and kids are going to school, and if they are going to a good school or they have a good teacher or something like that, it's being presented to them. All kids, regardless of being a bad apple or actively seeking knowledge, all kids are constantly learning. So if we're pushing this to them at a young age, like Southern Girl was saying, they're gonna realize the strength of a woman and be able to, or mainly the males, I'm kind of saying, but the females too, they will understand their own strength and respect women more, and we won't have to be dealing with the assholes I was mentioning earlier.
Absolutely. A kid said, but her point is these things should go without saying, without isolation. And I agree. Like,
now stay close. That herd should be just ahead.
I mean, we shouldn't really have to have these months, but the reason that we have them is because they're left out of history. When you open up the history book in the schools, you're not gonna find, the contributions of these other things. That's why right now we have certain months to specifically highlight these contributions.
Who's that?
Ignore him.
Yesterday I watched a little video about they gave these little kids this job to pick up all these little balls and sort them and put them in certain little tubes or whatever. And at the end, they paid them in treats, but the boys got more treats than the girls, and they both did.
Outcasts, and he is
And
of the
the boys
tribe.
were like,
Maybe he doesn't like the tribe.
She did as much work as I did. She worked as hard as I did, and the little girls were just kind of sitting there.
Come now. Let's find that herd.
What the fuck?
Kids be knowing. Kids be knowing.
Hell no, it's free out eating ass.
Because it is, I remember one of my duty stations, I was stationed at Camp Shelby, Mississippi, which is a mode site for deploying reserve
There.
and National
See
Guard
them?
units.
These are called strikers.
And I got there and I encountered another captain. Now, I had more time in service than he did, but he had more time in grade than I did, which means he was a captain much longer than I was. And
Why'd you chase them off?
And he was like, well, if you think
Show you how some machines startle easily if they detect you and run away.
But he was
They're
saying
best
something
approached
about
by stealth.
pay and how he
Don't
made
worry.
more
We'll
than
catch up with
me.
them further down
And
the
I said,
valley.
well, how many
You'll
years
see.
do you have it on? I think he had 7 or 8 maybe. I said, well, I
Now,
got 12.
I want you to
You
find
know,
some
I've
rocks
been
that
in
fit the
12
cup of
years,
your
which
hand.
means I'm maxed out on the pay scale.
Do as I say,
So,
Aloy, and gather
I
the
make more
rocks.
than you. And he was
I'll show you how
shocked.
to use them.
If you were
Oh, shit.
Follow.
He was shocked that I made more money than him, and that was the stereotype that being a female, and I had more education than he did, everything across the board, but for some reason he had already set in his mind that he made more than me because he had been a captain a little bit longer, which is not the truth.
Well, damn.
Over here.
I bet he felt like a jackass. Does anybody else have anything to add as far as the importance of exploring and recognizing Women's History Month on the panel?
No.
Being able to vote.
Draw them into traps.
That's a
Fuck
big one.
voting. I don't give a fuck about voting in this stupid ass country. That shit is rigged anyway.
Well, tell us how you really feel.
That shit is rigged. Like, how can you not see that bullshit is a show? Like, I don't know.
Throw rocks and draw the watcher over
It
to
might
me.
be, but for
Wait for
some
my signal.
circumstances, it helps. And you can
Your
just
vote,
look
yeah.
at the,
Your vote counts.
election in Alabama, the majority of the women that got out, the majority of the black women
Hey,
that
Lloyd,
got
I told
out
you to
and
stay
vote
put.
stayed
You'll have to try
in
again.
Alabama, because they were about to elect this guy who had so many sexual harassment cases.
That's right, I remember that.
Cases and all that stuff. And
Yeah.
they were literally defending this man. And if it was I can't remember the stats.
You have to stay on the ridge, Aloy. Try again.
Oh, you talking about that dude? You talking about a dude who pulled the gun out at his rally.
Was it? I don't know. I don't remember that part, but I remember he was a messed up guy. And everybody was voting for him, but the black woman that showed up and voted against him for the other guy, they swung that vote, and for that, I believe Alabama, you know, now everybody doesn't respect Alabama. You know, they're one of those states that
Yeah.
really have a bad stigmatism. But
Yeah.
I
Because
believe
it's
that,
South.
right. And I'm from Mississippi, so I know. We are one of the most racist families.
Indeed.
I am not biased at all on these southern states.
Harvest the
But
kill
I
so I
do
can teach you how to
believe
make
if
arrows.
we can pull ourselves together and actually rally ourselves together in whatever capacity, whether it's women, men,
Now,
black, white,
gather stalks of Ridgewood
Hispanic,
from the
whoever
plants
you
over
are.
there.
You know, I think if we actually get together and side
Good.
with somebody that's
I see
legit,
you've already
we
gathered
could
stalks of
do
Ridgewood.
the right thing.
Use the stalks
And
as
SDS
arrows.
for president.
Metal shards.
Let me.
You already got so many patients with these shit.
You got so many EO complaints, it ain't even funny. Just stop it. Just stop.
Let me ask you a quick question
Wait for your
about that,
lawyer.
though,
Wait for your
Southern
lawyer
Girl.
to show up.
I am the EO.
Let me ask you a quick question about that. How they turned the vote around? Was it in a situation where the popular vote actually mattered? Because with these presidential elections, the popular vote doesn't mean shit. It all comes down to some. It all comes down to some. Yeah, right. Which makes no sense.
The electoral votes.
Put those arrows to use.
Set the law, so most of the electoral votes for some states, not all states, but for some states are led by the electoral vote.
Oh shit!
I mean, now the electoral votes are chosen by the popular vote in some states. Now, most states, I mean, I can't speak for every state, but I know down here in Florida is by popular vote.
One of the
The
weaker
electoral
machines.
votes are
Even
chosen.
a weak machine
Yeah.
can kill a hunter if she's careless. She was studying. Its hide is thick, but there are spots where it is vulnerable.
Marco, you got anything else to add?
Can you guess another?
Alrighty.
Mystical Gamer said, if you are a guy and wise, I'd stay quiet.
The cat is
Explain
still on
what
its
you're
back.
talking about.
Is that a whisper?
Where is that at? On this.
Mystical Gamer.
How did you guess that?
Surprise, bitch!
So what are you playing, Fuji?
Ghost Recon, PvP.
Destroy the eye!
Where you say that on this? I'm wise and I'm talking.
I know, right? What made you play this game, Skills?
Mystical Gamer, are you mystical? Are you mystical gamer? Are you biased against women? Like, do you have a bias against?
You did well today,
Uh,
but you have much to learn.
I guess women
Tomorrow,
speakers
we
or
train
women
again. What was that?
period?
And to answer your question, I'm playing this game because it's a female-led character, and it goes to the to the backdrop of what we're discussing right now. So I wanted to play a game where a female was in the lead. Yeah, that's why I'm playing this game, and it's actually a beautiful game too. And we're gonna do the in-depth playthrough in the morning, but right now it's the backdrop to our conversation. And as far as the importance of Women's History Month, I think it's important to highlight the contributions that women have made to American history, especially, and world history. For humanity as a whole, women have done a multitude of great things, and they still keep getting undercut. And you would think that out of 7 billion people, the ratio to men to women is almost 10 to 1. It's like 7 to 1 back in 2014. So for every man on earth, there's 7 women, and I find it very vexing that y'all outnumber us, but y'all are considered an underclass or a minority, even in America. You know what I mean? Out of a population of 325 people, 325 million people in the United States, 45% of them are women. And it's just mind-boggling how women are treated in this country, even though y'all outnumber us. You know what I mean?
Is it really? Because we've always outnumbered men.
And this is true, but yet somehow it seems as though women can't find a footing as far as from a position of power standpoint.
That's old. That's old. Because nowadays women are more.
I can sneak through.
Thanks to affluent.
You will not.
They're respected more these days than they were. Drop of women CEOs, drop of women owners.
Yeah, that's
It's kind of slow. It's kind of late and old, but it's not the same as it was.
that's true. The pendulum still swings in favor of man.
Yeah, it does.
Depending on the job, but like I say, a lot of the Fortune 500 CEOs are females.
And we have a raffle going on. Please jump in.
Majority are male, though.
The thing about the country, the families that rule the country, the Rothschilds,
Yo, what the fuck?
Yeah. The Rockefellers.
they're male dominant. So those are the ones, the Koch brothers, they're the ones that run the country, really. If you want to narrow it down, get serious about it. Those are the ones that really run the country. Until they're out of the way, it's always going to be male dominated because they're the ones that actually run the country. And
That's never going to change. No.
So with that being said, the status quo is going to have to be maintained until what then? What's going to be the tipping point? It seems like in America we can't have a female president. We got female senators, we got female governors, we got female members of the state house, but we can't. Are we not ready for a female president to run the so-called most powerful country in the world?
That's what I'm saying. To be honest with you, Skill, it's never going to happen as long as we got men in positions of power with egos and pride. I cannot see women as equal. It's happened for thousands of years. Men at that high in the food chain, they do not view, no matter how much. I don't want to get into racism. I'm trying my hardest not to.
But it has a lot to do with race.
It has something to do with race, but it's exactly like racism. It's fucking taught. You're not born that way. Who mentioned the exercise with the toys and the awarded candy and stuff like that just now?
I did.
Yeah. Okay. So Southern girl, right? So that is proof that they are not born with a bias. They're not born like that. It's taught to them. So as long as those guys in position of power are continuously gaining wealth beyond generations, to keep their family names in positions of power, they're going to continue to pass those traditions down of, hey, you are the fucking man. You or everyone must listen to you. Women are inferior to you. Some males are inferior to you. You're an alpha male. Blah 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 blah. It's never going to change unless you get those people in those positions of power to either change their train of thought or get them the fuck out of there. Exactly. Get them the fuck out of there.
I think we need the right candidate too. I honestly don't think.
I really don't think the candidate have anything to do with it per se, because, like I say, Bush didn't run the country, Reagan didn't run the country, Obama didn't run the country, Trump didn't run the country. It's those bugs that got all the money. They run the country. The candidate really don't mean nothing. Candidate's kind of like how can I say this? It's just for optics. That's all.
So with that said, with the strides being made as far as recognition with women, like take for instance Ava DuVernay, she just directed A Wrinkle in Time, a major Disney movie. She also is prominent in TV. She's breaking barriers with her documentary 13. Wonder Woman almost cashed out at $500 million in the box office. So does that represent a change in the attitude towards women, or is that also just for show?
Shit.
I think both.
Fuck.
I mean, she's not alone. Like, she's not doing it alone, and she's not like, I love Queen Sugar. She directs Queen Sugar, and on the set of Queen Sugar are all female directors. Like, every episode, she is highlighting another female director that's up and coming. Like, she's not just taking her own, you know, and being stingy and saying, well, I got mine, you get yours. She's making sure she's bringing other people along with her as she's going, you know. So that's part of the ladder of success, is making sure you're just not going by yourself, but you're actually setting it up to make a way for others to come along too. And I think that's what's going to make the difference. You know, she's making great strides, but she's also setting a standard for others, or making a way for others.
Stay away, you know, mother.
The level that you're on, like you said, when you're talking about politics, you know the subject. You're talking about this staying within your circle. You know, the circle, as far as now, whatever level you're on, politics is always going to be supreme. You know, that's neither here nor there. But as long as you can handle things within your own circle, as far as, like I said, with Hollywood, if Hollywood is doing their own thing, if the NBA or the WNBA or sports are doing their own thing, so these different little niches or sectors for doing things, you know, the corporate world. But when it comes to the political world, that's something totally different. So I guess we're not even we embrace that more. I think that has nothing to do with what we're talking about, because the politics is always based off of money. And the people that have the most money, that's going to be rich white men.
No, that's true.
We started dealing with the Hollywood, that's a different sector. The sports is another sector. We started doing corporate America, that's another sector. So we start delving into that, then we can start speaking more on it. But when it comes to the overall picture, when it comes to politics, that runs everything, and the money, that's neither here nor there. There's always going to be ran by man. So
Why am I an outcast?
excuse me for rambling. I'm kind of rambling.
No, you good. That was excellent. So it looks like we're gonna have to deal with the status quo for a few more decades until you know, a major revolution of the mind happens. That's what revolution means anyway. It's profound thinking, but usually people associate it with fighting and all that good stuff. But a revolution is just a radical change in thought. So it looks like we need a radical change in thought on how we view Women's History Month in America, and how we view the contributions of females in general across the world, not just in America. So are we good on that? Or go ahead.
Do you know the quickest way to bring about that evolution in thought?
What, killing somebody?
It's education. And the fact that we have our children in these public schools teaching them all the wrong things, which is by design, may I mention. It's not gonna be just a few generations, you know. It's gonna be like that until we take back control of that shit.
Centuries, maybe.
And A Kid asks an interesting question: Who's gonna lead the revolution? Who's gonna lead the women's revolution? The real one.
It shouldn't even be.
It's not even about a woman.
Yeah, that's the sad part about it. It shouldn't be a revolution. It's a matter of us working together the way, shit, I don't want to say God. I'm borderline, and I don't want to go into religion. Because, like, religion and politics are like the two things they always tell you in the military don't fucking talk about. Yeah, they tell you do not talk about religion, do not talk about politics. But, like, I'm borderline atheist. I do believe in a higher being. But I'm the type of person who, if I can't see it, it ain't happening. So, but I would like to say that higher being, that higher purpose intended us all to work together, us all to be on the same page. So it shouldn't be a matter of a revolution. It should be a matter of us working together, and not because when you say revolution, you're thinking of overthrowing. You're thinking of what is that shit called? Anarchy?
No, but that's what you're thinking. The literal definition for revolution is radical change in thought. It's not. It has nothing to do with killing. It has nothing to do with bearing arms. It has nothing to do with a coup or overthrowing a government. Revolution literally means, if you Google that right now, it means a radical change in thought. Has nothing to do with killing anybody. So who's going to lead this radical change in thought on how we perceive women and how we honor women and how we recognize Women History Month? Who's going to lead the charge on that?
When you talk to the masses, those skills, when they hear revolution, that's what they think about.
So now we need to think revolutionary about the word revolution, because it has nothing to do with fighting. If you look that up in Webster's dictionary, any definition you look up, it means a radical change in thought.
I look at like even groups going back to race, or like even with Black Lives Matter. You know, every time a group like that rises up, there's always somebody and something there to kind of push them out the way or discredit them or something like that. And it's happened over time, over and over and over again. The same thing starts to happen. So as a revolution begins to build, there's always something there to stop it in its tracks. And you can even go back to even the Black Panthers, you know, as soon as change has started to happen, you start taking out the leaders. You start making them seem like criminals when they're really well-educated men, you know, that were, and women who were ready for change to happen. So
the thing that people didn't like about the Black Panthers is they didn't go by means. Yeah, they didn't go by means of Dr. King, how he went by means. His means were, you know, don't fight back. You know, voice your opinion, but do not fight back. Do not give them a reason, basically. You know, Black Panthers weren't trying to hear that shit. Malcolm X wasn't trying to hear that shit.
Well, they say there are different ways to skin a cat. But as far as a kid wanted to point out the fact that question was towards me, I think as far as changing your thoughts or having a radical thought, I think the women's revolution, if you will, I'll continue to use the word revolution because, like I said, all it means is a change in thought. I think that should be sparked by a woman, a man, and I don't think the man has a right to determine what would lay the groundwork for the advancement of women anyway, other than the fact of, you know, loosening the grip if you are in a position of power. Because I'm not in a position of power, and I'm also not in a position to speak for a woman, so I can't say what would, you know what I mean, I can't say what would be the cornerstone of a quote unquote revolution or movement for females, because one, I don't live you guys' life. I can't even relate to it. I can kind of empathize because I do have a mother, I do have sisters, I do have a grandmother and all that good stuff. But as far as where you guys' place in the world, I will more than happily, you know, join the ranks and help push the narrative forward. But as far as doing it for you or picking out someone for you, I can't do that. I don't feel like I have clout or anybody for that matter to determine the course of a group of people's lives. So
I'm curious to know how it feels to sleep on your stomach when you got tits.
Wow. And on that note, on to the next fucking question. Alrighty. So, okay.
But it takes a man to admit that men are wrong in their thinking.
And I'll be the first one to step up. Men are wrong. We've been going about it the wrong way. I think humanity has been moving in the wrong direction since the dawn of time, starting with religion and Whitey. I'll go ahead and throw it out there. I'll put it out there. It's my goddamn stream. Whitey and religion. Colonizers. Whitey McWhite. Or cracker ass crackers, as Chris Rock would say. But anybody else have anything to add on that, J Dog? You've been kind of quiet. You got anything you want to add to that intellectual thicket?
Nope.
Alrighty, so let's go on. Let's tone it down a little bit while Horizon Zero Dawn is playing in the background.
Anything else you want me to
Who are the women you admire most in your life? Don't all speak at once.
My mom, hands down, that is like an automatic response, dude.
Mama.
Mama.
If you say so.
Any particular reason why, other than the fact that she birthed you and gave us a headache for the rest of our lives?
Yeah,
she didn't kill your ass.
I know, right? That is a debt I can never repay. I would not be here today making these stupid ass jokes with y'all if it wasn't for my mom.
So
Like,
we
did
can't
you
so we can't blame her.
statistics are for a black man to be like survive just birth nowadays, just to be brought into the world because of abortion clinics. Like the shit is insane. Do you realize like what the statistics are, like how low it is for the possibility of a black man to be born in America these days? Oh fuck! Oh!
Well, apparently Ghost Recon are in those statistics because you're dying over there too. So.
But that's true, and if you look,
bullshit.
It's again another study I was doing a long time ago, and over the years, the African American population period alone has decreased little by little over the course of the years because of premature abortions. You can just put that out there. This is plain and simple, or Planned Parenthood, shall I say.
Right, Margaret Sanger. But do you realize that as well is by design?
Yes.
That'd be another discussion. Okay, so Planned Parenthood and premature abortions declining in the African American population here in America. If you are from a different country, we do have a few things we deal with as far as racism, sexism, and all other isms and schisms that are used to marginalize minority groups. And the ironic thing about it is women are not a minority. They're actually the majority, which again is mind-boggling to me. But back to admiring women. So your mom, anybody else? Who else? Fuji's mom. Southern Girl 335 said her mom. J-Dog, who's the women or woman in your life that you admire the most?
Turn around, stupid!
I would have to say number 2 would be my wife, because I am actively observing from a different perspective what my wife had, or I said my wife, my mom had. So.
All right, J-Dog, well, how about you?
I guess no one ever gets lonely in there.
That's a tough one right there.
Right, never thought about it.
It's easy for me to say because I'm a boy.
Well, it's hard for me because I'm in a situation where I don't have any women in my life where I look up to. So I really would say nobody.
Oh wow, okay.
Yeah,
Marco?
not everybody's mama was,
Yeah.
So Marco, do you have a special lady that you admire, or ladies?
And I would say my grandma. So, like, coming up, my grandmother in Mississippi worked in a chicken plant for like 30-something years. Raised her, after her parents died, raised her brothers and sisters while simultaneously bringing children into the world, which you can view that however you see fit, but she raised her brothers and sisters and then raised her own children off of chicken plant money, which is not very much. If you've ever been in a town that has one or know how much they make, it ain't much. And still raised them well enough for them to be something. And I remember on her wall there was this saying that was like, you know, women have to know how to act like a lady, think like a man, work like a dog, and something else it said. I can't remember the last little part of it. And that was so true, and she emulated every single aspect of that. She worked like a dog, but she acted like a lady. She dressed to a T, and she like was always on her toes about all these kind of things, you know. I really admire her, and I know that her strength really is where my mother's strength comes from.
I'm ready. Gotta be.
This motherfucker died. Goddamn.
Alrighty. The woman I most admire is also my mother, because she put up with me for about 32 years now, going on 32 years. And coming in close, oh my god, I'm getting my ass whooped. Coming in close second is my, whoa, I just got fucked up. But it's, I know, right? Is my grandmother, and shortly thereafter that is my wife. Being married is even though I've been married for 7 years, it is definitely an eye-opening experience for me. As I'll just say as a man in general. I don't want to put myself in a group, but it definitely has opened my eyes to the the struggle of how women are perceived by men, especially in being married, and gender roles and all that good stuff. So I've definitely had a I say eye-opening experience as far as gender roles are concerned, because now I'm a stay-at-home dad, and it took me a while to adjust. It took me almost a year to adjust to the stay-at-home dad thing, because you know usually it's the
bullshit.
Is it bullshit? I'm trying to be real here.
Man, I knew I heard him next to me. I just couldn't tell.
I know, right? But hopefully, what was I about to say? Oh, it opened my eyes to gender roles, because now I am assuming what society considers to be the role of a woman, which is staying home, taking care of the kids, and all that good stuff. And I could definitely say I could respect women in that capacity, and I, like I said, my eyes have been open, so I definitely respect my wife, my grandmother, and my mom, because I'm kind of doing the job that they did for me, raising me, taking care of me, wiping my nose, wiping my ass, and all that good stuff. So I admire those three women right there. Chat, who do you admire the most?
Myself.
But of course you do. Of course you do. Who else could it have been? I'm glad somebody said it. Fuji is the man.
I ain't no man. That's the what the fuck?
I said you are the man.
No, I'm not the man.
Okay, a man's woman.
We all know who the man is.
That's right, me.
No.
Well, we already established this as STS, but moving on.
Over your head. Don't worry about it.
Anyway, back down here on Earth, well, we don't give a damn. Back at the Skills Galore experience.
Yeah. Hey kid, who do you look up to? What woman figure do you look up to?
My mom.
And we do have a raffle going on, guys. So
oh shit. He's out of the joint. Ban him real quick.
Ban him! Ban his ass!
No.
She said besides yourself. Yes, well, if you admire yourself, that's fine. She said her mommy and her grandma.
That's what's up. Anybody else? Anybody else have somebody that they admire? That is a lady.
What about famous people? Do any of y'all admire any of the famous? Like Michelle Obama, she is the bomb. Right?
I'm kind of over famous people. I don't really. I'm out of the famous people business. I don't really.
I would say I admire her contributions to the U.S. and women's rights. Not only just Black women's rights, but women's rights as a whole. Michelle Obama, she was big on that. She was big on women's rights. But I more so wanted to answer the questions in terms of who I can actually touch, who's made the biggest impact on me, is who I would admire the most, and hands down my mom.
Amen to that. And there is another raffle going on. You have 33 seconds to join. And if any,
a better choice would have been, I don't know, Sojourner Truth or someone like that.
Yeah, that's true.
Than Michelle Obama.
do you have something against politicians, Fuji?
Yeah.
I think that's what it is.
Just like I do against cops and lawyers. Fuck them all.
You go move to another country.
Cause that's all we got in America.
About to get the fuck out this raggedy ass country.
Congrats, hey Kid and Fuji.
To what? Oh, we won? Yeah. Yeah.
While you was over there politician hating.
Whatever. They can all die a horrible death. They don't give a fuck.
Damn, it's like that?
It's like that.
Fuji, yes, the U.S. does have a lot of cons, but the pros is you're not in a third world country. And if you haven't been to a third world country, trust me, you don't want to fuck with them. I've been to a lot.
I'm sure you're right. I'm not debating that, but there are other countries out there that are way the fuck better than the U.S. that actually care about their citizens. That whole fucking pharmaceutical companies accountable for what they do to their citizens.
True that.
As a matter of fact, I don't even want to be a citizen because that just means that you're owned by the fucking corporation that you live under. So, like, it all comes down to law and how you identify and classify yourself under it too. So, I mean, that's a whole nother conversation as well.
And as a woman, and speaking from the point of view of a woman of color, how do you classify yourself?
Well, one, black is not a race.
I totally agree. I totally agree.
The first step in us in realizing how to classify ourselves or identify ourselves is knowing where we come from or who we are. And honestly, I have a few theories on that I'm still looking into, but I don't want to get into all that.
Okay.
Oh my God.
Here we go.
I mean, people are gonna see it as religion, but I don't do religion. Fuck religion. Man created religion. No, I'm not an atheist. I do believe in a higher power.
Okay, so as far as a higher power is concerned, where do women fit with your higher power? Because in the mainstream, we got Islam, we got Christianity, we got Mormonism, all.
I don't follow none of that. I don't subscribe to none of that shit.
So like I'm saying, what does your higher power? Where do you fit with your higher power?
Okay, first of all, it's when you speak of higher power, people identify, like, I call them the Most High, as God, but God just simply means power. That's it. So anything could be someone's God. You know what I mean? When someone says God, they could be referring to anything. And then two, the so-called God did not create religion, man did.
This is also true.
And that was made for control, not for any sort of enlightenment.
Preach it, Kid. Do you have anything to add?
So I don't subscribe to any religion. I don't believe in religion.
Said woman is the higher power. Laugh out loud.
Yeah, we're laughing too. Let me stop. Let me stop. Alrighty then.
That's interesting because I'm on like the complete opposite side of that. I am not specifically religion, but I do believe God is God. And I also I teach at Christian school, so I am very much, and there's different aspects to that. They do believe that there's this thing out now called humanism, where people believe that God is a higher being and it is everywhere and nowhere at all, and it is just live and do and be who you are. But even in that aspect, you have to believe in something. You know, if God is God, it's something. You know, it's not just absolutely nothing.
Scheiße. Oh my God.
But we have shifted this conversation all the way from women.
No, big. Well,
that's why I didn't want to try to get in all that.
But even in religion, I mean, there is a place in religion. So if you're outside of religion, where does, I mean, obviously we all want, you know, equal rights and all that good stuff. Women should be, you know, be able to come and go as they please and live life how they want to. Especially with religion, you shouldn't have to subscribe to a religion. In my opinion, you shouldn't have to. But in most religions, women are subjugated. They are treated as property and all that good stuff.
True.
So,
true.
I mean,
like, what good has religion done for any culture ever? Name one religion that has done good for anyone.
I can't.
Buddhism.
What? See, STS is always with some bullshit. Alright.
It's true. It's true.
Is
Those
it?
motherfuckers got their shit together.
Do they?
Yeah, they do.
Are they?
How is their culture thriving, and how do they treat women?
You do not see them. You do not see them doing any acts of terrorism. They live peacefully in the mountains in China.
Are there women? Are there women Buddhists? Shit, I got murked.
Heard but have not seen.
Okay,
They're
so
I've heard but have not seen.
so does that pretty
do know
much sum
it's
that up?
I do know that's a predominantly male-oriented or focused religion, though.
Is there anything that's not predominantly male?
No, not at
The
all.
kitchen.
I be in the kitchen all the time, though.
It's sad, but even you know, like Fuji was saying, even the religion thing is kind of jacked up. The fact that, you know, in the Bible it says male. Well, what does it say exactly? Selling Girl probably knows. Women will be made of man's breath or something like that. No, the Bible says that y'all came from like our 11th rib or some shit like that.
Yeah.
But like I don't agree with that.
But people take things like in the Bible literally when, like, especially
That shit is true.
Genesis and Revelation were pretty much metaphorical. They were written in metaphors. It wasn't literal. In those.
Like who said that though? And Revelation is a prophecy. It is something that's too calm.
Right, you're right, but it wasn't written literally. It was written in metaphors. There isn't going to be a dragon coming out the sea with 7 heads. It's referring to government. It's metaphors.
Oh, but when the dragon comes,
What they take literally.
That's true. But that's my point, though. Like, we didn't literally come from a rib. It just meant it was someone out of his family. Just like people believe that Adam and Eve were the only people on earth at the time, when clearly the Bible states that the earth was populated at the time. It wasn't just them. They were chosen out of that population.
Hell yeah, they was at the gate like, nigga, you can't come in.
Southern Girl, you were gonna say something?
I'm good.
Alrighty, I think does anybody else have anything to add? Anything that we didn't touch on that should be discussed during Women's History Month? I kind of wanted to touch on the heavy stuff. Like, I don't even think what we're talking about is heavy right now. But did y'all want to discuss you know, sexual harassment, the Me Too movement, the Time Up movement, hashtag Me Too, hashtag Time Up, with
So when it
everybody?
comes to these movements, you got to look at who's funding these things. Like, where does it come from? Like, really, just think about it. Like Black Lives Matter was funded by, I believe, some white people. The shit
This
was
is
a
true.
setup.
This is true. That is actual
Like,
fact.
Who are these movements funded by, and what do they have to gain by them? What's the agenda behind them? That's what I look at when I hear movement. Like, what's the agenda behind that shit?
I think the Me Too movement is to shed light on those who have been wronged by men sexually and didn't have the resources or the outlets to report said harassment and all that good stuff.
But out of all the time that could have been done, like, why now?
I think the question they would retort back to you is why not? Better late than never. I'm assuming. I'm only assuming because I'm not in the movement. I can't say that I've ever been sexually assaulted or anything like that. I know Terry Crews came out and you know, he got sexually assaulted, but you know, we talking about women right now, and apparently it's I have not been in a situation where I had to deal with it as far as sexual harassment, either by myself or having to deal with someone who has been through it. But I mean, apparently it's pretty heavy. But STS may have something to add to that because he's a bastard.
This is going back to Black Lives Matter. I'm black myself, so yes, I'm against, you know, the whole racist thing. You know, I clearly understand that it's out there. I know it's not going there anywhere for a long time, but kind of going back to the earlier.
Oh shit!
But I went to a Black Lives Matter rally in North Carolina one weekend, and it was surprising to see how, with the wave, a lot of black people go. They kind of just go with what every other black person is doing. And the reason why I said that is because when I went to this rally, I asked random amounts of, you know, or not random amounts, but random black people at this rally.
Yeah, bitch, you mark.
Who was racist to you? Do you remember when it happened? What it was? Like, kind of like an interview, but not really. It was just me, you know, and a couple of my friends just walking around, and we trying to see, like,
What's going on, mama?
We're trying to get the ground level validity of what the fuck are you guys doing out here? You know what I mean? Like, are you literally for this cause, or are you out here just bullshitting so you can get on TV or something like that? And that's what it turned out to be, because they couldn't tell me anything. All they were doing was saying, "Oh, we're here supporting, you know, the Black Lives Matter rally because of what's that, Trayvon Martin and Everett Gardner and, you know, things like that." Some of them didn't even know what the fuck happened to those two minors, but like,
wow.
It was bad. Like, it was sad. Like, they're out there, they just riding waves. It's like, you are not here for the right reasons.
So is there a possibility that there are some females who cannot be out there for the right reasons as far as the Me Too movement and the Time's Up movement? I guess the Time's Up movement is addressing the fact that men have been running the show for too long, and now it's time for the females to take the reins as far as progression is concerned.
There are women that are out there for the right reasons, for the wrong reasons. I don't want to hurt anybody's feelings, but they're go by the fucking term feminist. I do not agree with feminist ideals at all. Like, well, the feminists that I've met, they're like fucking pro women, like, fuck guys. All we need is you to deposit your semen into this cup and
whoa.
Wait.
Alrighty then. The hell is going on here,
Yeah,
STS?
I ain't with all that.
They are like like they are like fucking like pro insemination, and that's it. Like, I don't have anything to do with you.
Wow. All right. Hopefully I don't run into a young lady like that anytime soon. Want me to goddamn put it in a cup and shit. Anything else to add? Jay and is that feminist talk?
It's like
Nah, fuck feminism. Ain't that dumb shit.
Is feminism dumb though?
Yeah, that shit is dumb.
So there's nothing good that can come about from the feminist point of view, that women are independent.
I mean,
they
you
don't
can
need
find
men
good
and all
in
that good stuff.
anything, but like it's not really helping anyone.
Well, it's helping It's helping somebody.
I guess.
Somebody somewhere.
And what you see help as.
Yeah, it depends on what you're looking at. You know, what you deem as being, okay,
Might need that.
I don't need to be a part of feminism because I'm a strong black woman and I'm independent. I don't need nobody to tell me to do this, that, and the other. Or you might be somebody else. So it all depends. It's subjective, I think.
Yeah, the thing I don't agree with feminists is, you know, they have valid reasons to have their beliefs. Because like this whole conversation started about earlier. You know, the whole thing about Black History Month is to highlight the struggles and the accomplishments that women have undergone and accomplished. So that's what they are. They're for those struggles and those accomplishments. But to hold every man to the fire is wrong.
What the fuck?
A Kid said feminism is not for black women. Do the African American women? Do the African American women agree with that? Who are on the panel? Is feminism for black? For those who identify as black?
I'm not a woman when I'm black, but I agree with that. It's not for black women. You know, black women don't always portray, don't portray the weak. And you know, the role of the weak. You need somebody to validate what they are, who they are, what they can and they get out there and do it.
I definitely agree with that.
That's why, you know, I look to my mom, like I said, my grandma, my daughters, you know, people, women that have been in my life, you know, they're strong black women. They don't need somebody to validate who they are, what they can and can't do. Certain demographics do. That's why I say I agree with A Kid when she says that. So I think that's me for the life. I'm listening.
J Dog, you have anything to add on that as far as feminism?
No one else around.
No, I'm just listening. So.
All right, cool beans. Let me get an uptime, Southern Girl, if you don't mind. And welcome to the Skills Galore Experience. I'm your host, that's KILLZ at the end. Thank you for stopping by. We are doing our second run of Monday Night Talk, and today's discussion was on Women's History Month and the contributions that women have made and how we feel about feminism and all that good stuff. And, you know, we had a particular panel up here of African American women, and we got their views on things. The chat is wide open. It's bedtime for D Mama. Okay, that's what's up. If you could run a raffle for me right quick, Southern Girl 335, and then we're gonna see who won the door prize, the door giveaway prize. And as I'm talking about it right now, if you did not get a ticket, go ahead and type in ! ticket for the door giveaway right after this raffle. And I appreciate everybody who came out and was able to listen to the discussion. It will be available on YouTube within 24 hours if you missed anything. And if you have any ideas for the next topic that we should discuss, I mean, it is Women's History Month all month. We can switch gears. I kind of do want to do this again, but depending on the feedback, we'll see if it's in high demand and all that good stuff, because, you know, we don't want to fly too off the handles. I love to switch it up on my streams, and this is why it's called the Skills Galore Experience. I just don't want it to be total streaming. I want us to be able to fit something else in there, because that's just the type of person I am. I can talk about a wide range of things, or at least I like to think I can. And before I totally close, say that again. What'd you say?
Your next topic is gonna be our butt plugs appropriate preparation.
Wow. Alrighty then. We'll go ahead and put that in the goddamn suggestion box. Are we showing your true colors?
Shut up.
STS?
No. No, that's what girls.
Okay, it's already in the suggestion box. It's already on the internet, guy. You're done. You're over with. You're done. Go Marines. And what is y'all motto? What is y'all motto? Into the fight? Into the butthole? Is that what it is?
Stupid. Don't try to turn this around on me.
Eddie, you said it. I'm just taking it and run with it. Anyway, back down here on Earth. All right, and congratulations to Fuji and Rain for winning that 1,000-point raffle. And let's go ahead and close out the door prize. And we are 10 minutes to 12. All right, it looked like some more tickets got bought, and we're gonna close it out and draw a winner. And this is totally. Lord have mercy. And we're gonna draw a winner. And the winner is Rain for 1,000 Skills Galore XP points. Hey, you got to get it how you live. He be jumping on it, and he is on the top of the leaders board too, almost. I think he's in second place. So he just went from 58 to 59,000 Skills Galore XP points. So congratulations to Rain. I think that's his second door prize, actually, because he's been showing up to my streams, and he done subbed, he done followed, and all that good stuff, dropped biddies. He is doing the damn thing, getting all those points, and now he is at 59,124. Nobody cares about what you think, STS. No, I'm just messing with you, dog. That STS is my boy. I don't think we can talk about butt plugs on Twitch, though. I think they might ban me. You ain't getting butt plug. Oh man, Captain Butt Plug. But since you did make your commission, congratulations to STS. Let me go ahead and take a moment out. He just made his you made your commission, or are you going to OCS? Well, it ain't called OCS in yours, but explain that. But there's some congratulations in there somewhere.
Graduated OCS this past November of one school, Arizona State University, and May, moving next month to Arizona, attending ASU in May for the next 3 years, and then once I get my bachelor's, I'll commission second lieutenant.
That's what's up.
Nice.
Butter bars. That's what I'm talking about.
For majors, so.
And we already know you're gonna get that. You already squared away. But on that note, let me go ahead and stop the audio from the game. This concludes the Skills Galore experience. I'm your host, Skills Galore, and my panel consists of Marco the Don, J-Dog, Southern Girl 335, STS, and Fuji, always coming through showing support. And they are my panel for damn near every conversation, because they got their heads screwed on tight. Everybody except STS, you already know his situation. And he didn't take his medication tonight. Exactly. I'm gonna pay you on the back end. On the back end. I told you we were gonna discuss that off the stream. Damn.
You sound like Clay Davis on the wire.
Shit. But thank you to all those who came out. If you have any suggestions as to what we should do next Monday, we got a whole week to think about it and to talk about it. You can send me a whisper. You can hit me up on Instagram. If you feel like it's not productive, you can also send me your comments, questions, concerns, and all that good stuff, and we'll discuss it. But as of right now, since it is a hit so far and it was in demand, Mondays are Stream Talk Mondays. And officially, from this past Saturday is streamer outreach. No longer is it suggestion box Saturday, because I got the confirmation from my boy Black Channel that I'm doing all the right things and my channel is enjoyable, and I hope you guys feel the same. And on that note, damn, y'all dueling each other? Jesus, Mary and Joseph.
Yes.
All right, so y'all can duel each other off stream. But this
Fuji's doing player PvP on Ghost Recon?
Yes, she is.
I need to figure out how to do that. I want to do that myself. I gotta figure that out.
And let's figure that off stream. And this concludes the Skills Galore experience. I know I said that like 3 times, but I am signing off. Everybody can say bye on the panel.
Bye, y'all.
Peace
Peace out. Happy gaming and happy streaming, and I will be restarting Horizon Zero Dawn and give you an in-depth walkthrough with my commentary. I'm gonna do a little bit more research on it. It looks awesome. It looks good. I enjoyed it in the background. The visuals are stunning, and also we have a Cody Hall just subscribed to me. Thank you for that subscription, sir. And I will be putting out awesome content for you all the way up until the month of May. And once again, the female character is lead, and that goes into the backdrop of Women's History Month. And this concludes the stream. Have a good night, happy streaming, and happy gaming. Peace.
Thank you.
Stop it. Stop it, you son of a bitch. Stop it.